Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So despite this Trump pump, the FOMO did die down. Guys, it's looking like we are seeing a V-bottom, dare I say, for XRP here on the 1 hour chart. Right now, one XRP is trading in and around $2.48, a far cry from what we saw yesterday at about $2.28. So we are seeing it steadily move up. I think the same can be said for cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. Just going to bring up ADA here. ADA on the chart as well. Boy, ADA has been really doing quite well. Significant recovery after that initial sell-off. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana is actually recovering as well. And let's take a look at the king crypto. That is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has also recovered a little bit. So we are seeing now buyers actually getting quite excited to buy at these low prices. One Bitcoin right now going for about $87,400. So we are up from this level that we saw before the pump. To be honest, I did think it would be only a matter of time. Let's bring up the S&P 500 real quickly. So, despite the fact that we have been seeing general markets, traditional stock markets move down, we are seeing a bit of a rebound for crypto. So that is interesting. I have a feeling it's because we are continuing to get positive news. The tailwinds for crypto are looking fairly good. However, retail sentiment is still in fear. As you guys can see, it's at 25, so still in the 20s. Dominance for Bitcoin has not moved much at all. 60% for dominance. We got the market cap that's up by 5%, just over 5, almost 6 actually. And the volume is up by 5.29%. Most cryptocurrencies, guys, have actually made some gains. So Bitcoin's even up about 4.25. Ethereum's up about 5.25. XRP up about 8.25. Now past 8.5. 8.61% for XRP. We got other cryptocurrencies like BNB coin that's up 5.3. Solana's up 5.5. Cardano, guys, a big winner, 20.54% to the upside. So a lot of the cryptocurrencies, as you guys have been noticing here, the cryptocurrencies that President Donald Trump did mention for the strategic U.S. crypto reserve, those coins have all done fairly well. I can't just say it's those coins. The majority of the crypto market is doing okay, but when we see gains of over 20% for cryptocurrencies like Cardano, that's got to say something, right? All this despite the fact that guys like Peter Brandt coming out saying this. Can you believe it? Bill Morgan had an opinion on this, but Peter Brandt's tweet goes as such. Okay, I cannot be more serious about this, that Trump suggests that Ethereum and XRP should be part of a reserve has greatly destroyed his credibility with me. This shows a man with little to no discernment. So Peter Brandt's suggesting why XRP, why Ethereum, why did the president choose these cryptocurrencies? And again, this coming from a trader here, Bill Morgan, commenting, Bitcoin maxis doing all they can to discredit Trump and the Trump administration because it will not make an exception of Bitcoin and continue to preference it over all other digital assets as the SEC did in the past. So it could be a Bitcoin maxi play here. And I didn't actually know that Peter Brandt was necessarily a Bitcoin maxi. I know he has been a trader for years, for decades, trading securities and also trading cryptocurrencies. I did not know he had a political opinion on this, actually. For 8 years or more, the crypto industry was under attack, and now there is finally the most powerful world leader fostering crypto and innovation and not attacking it. And the response of Bitcoin maxis is not to say thank you, Mr. President, but to attack him and other American-based and originated cryptos. It is really pathetic and shockingly ungrateful, especially as many of these Bitcoin maxis attacking Trump are Americans. So, yeah, why, guys? Why? It does not make any sense. This is going to be good for all crypto. For those of you guys holding meme coins, you might want to take pause. The cryptocurrencies that were always going to do well were going to be the cryptocurrencies that solve problems, the real-world utility coins. And, that narrative is changing very quickly. We may even start to see real-world utility by the end of 2025. And for more information on what coins I'm holding, and I'm holding some utility coins, some coins that are not utility coins. Of course, I do have a large stack of XRP, Bitcoin. I do have my legacy portfolio as well. I'm giving a detailed analysis of how how I'm looking at this particular crypto bull run, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is subscription based. So if you guys want to see or want to get a bit of a more detailed interpretation, sign up there, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I just wanted to bring this to you too, guys. Riz posted this. Love, honestly, transparency is our friend. This is the modern investor pretty much telling us the what's what. Why are we even surprised? Listen to this.
Ripple has done nothing but try and bring the industry forward. If you don't know about that, if you don't care about that, if you don't own XRP, the X is somewhere in one of the, I don't know which corner that it is, but you can leave. Bye, thank you. We've been going over this for such a long time that Ripple has done monumental things. I saw people trying to justify why Solana should be there when it's literally for the last 5 years been nothing but scams, and was also the largest holding. They held the majority of it from FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. I saw a lot of people getting angry because Litecoin wasn't part of the reserve, and I said before in another video, I don't know why people can't just be happy for each other. The fact that any of these coins would be put into anything being held by any country is monumental, and it's going to bode well for the rest of the market. Instead of complaining, you should be happy for the guy next to you. Also, and I'm going to say this in the most logical way possible. If you've been into crypto for anything more than 2 or 3 years and you don't have exposure to Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP, that's kind of your fault. We've known what these coins have been up to for years. Was it the fact that Ripple partnered with 12 central banks that confused you? Was it the part that they've been working with world governments to also use XRP and to put their central bank digital currencies and stable coins on top of the XRP block? What exactly confused you about the success of Ripple and XRP that would lead you to believe that they weren't going to, even if they had never been added to the reserve, XRP was going to hit $10 over the course of this cycle anyway?
Hit $10 at the end of the course of this cycle. So that is the modern investor's prediction. I know there have been some lofty predictions out there for XRP. And I mean, right now, it is still a big question mark because, and the only reason I say because is because we don't know what the latter half of 2025 will hold for us. I mean, it's a good start that President Donald Trump has included XRP in that reserve. But, now it's a matter of how much utility, how much of these use cases will we see for XRP in the coming months. So wanted to thank Riz here for posting that. The Modern Investor also talks about, these legacy coins. I've been following him. He was one of the first, I think, cryptocurrency YouTubers that I started following back in 2017 before I started my channel. And yeah, I mean, if you're new to the space, I get it. But we have been following Ripple for a very long time. I mean, the partnerships, I think, do speak for themselves. So if you're not holding XRP Bitcoin, I mean, some of the legacy coins, and you've been in the space for over 3 years, well, that's kind of on you, right? Anyway, want to keep moving along because I've got some more information to share with you guys. Cointelegraph posting this big winners of the U.S. crypto policy. So, of course, we got the cryptocurrencies that are going to be in the reserve. XRP, ADA, and Solana are thriving with AVAX awaiting recognition and SUI file APT near and move gaining momentum after White House invitation. So we are still waiting to hear who's going to be at that crypto summit on Friday. Cointelegraph created this chart here, a Venn diagram, I guess, more accurately. Made in USA, so the cryptocurrencies that are made in the US. But we've also got the cryptocurrencies mentioned by Trump, so the ones that are going to be in that reserve, blockchain projects that are attending the White House, and ETF applications like Dogecoin. So there's a lot going on right now and so many different cryptocurrencies to be paying attention to. Mr. Mann also commenting on this Monica Long clip. Now, Monica Long was interviewed here. I'm not going to play you guys this clip. I'm just going to sum up some of the major points because I do have a clip of Monica Long that I want to show later on. So Monica Long just dropped some major hints, though. Ripple is expanding beyond banks. And she said it, okay? So this is the president of Ripple saying this. It's not just about payments anymore. Right now, Ripple provides enterprise-grade financial software to banks and institutions. But the key phrase, and beyond. So in this clip, again, I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested. This is what Monica Long states. That means governments, corporations, and the broader tokenized economy are next. Ripple is building infrastructure, not just payment rails. So here's what that means. Tokenized assets, bringing real-world value on-chain, fiat real estate stocks. We've been talking about this ad nauseum on this channel. Store of value, secure custody solutions for institutions to move value, fast, low-cost global transfers, and to exchange value, instant settlement across networks. This isn't just cross-border payments anymore. Ripple is setting up to power the future of tokenized finance. Like I said, Ripple has been, working on this for a very long time. And a lot of this has been going on in the background with us, without our knowledge in a lot of regards. I mean, Ripple has been working with many companies abroad. I mean, 95% of their business has been done outside of the United States. But it's not like they haven't been getting prepared for this moment in the United States. Ondo Finance also posting this most recent clip. Patrick McHenry, who used to work in government, he's now on their board of directors. And here's what he says in regards to, companies like BlackRock's, the big players in the industry. Listen to this.
On Treasuries market, it's great, easy example to understand. The faster we get to a technology solution, it's going to be better for our liquidity position for a massively indebted United States. There's like a broader imperative here, right? So the evolution there of TradFi using these techniques is the easiest use case to see that can be done in small regulatory changes. That's the reason why BlackRock's in action. That's the reason why all these large financial players are clearly going to be in the action here of using better software to do what they currently do.
So they're all going to get in on the action, obviously, once we do get that regulation. Now, Bank XRP also posting this, okay? SEC Crypto Task Force to host a roundtable on security. Security is also going to be central to all this blockchain technology. You can't have it without the security. It will be streamed live. The Spring Sprint towards Crypto Clarity. Spring Sprint, did they do that on purpose? Come on. Series will begin on March 21st with the inaugural roundtable. How we got here and how we get out, defining security status. So this, again, hosted by the SEC. It is a roundtable on crypto and crypto security. And kind of comical considering, they were super negative on cryptocurrency for so many years. But of course, now the tables have turned. And so this roundtable is going to discuss key areas of interest in the regulation of crypto assets. The Spring Sprint Towards Crypto Clarity series will begin March 21st, so in a few days now, a couple of weeks, I guess, with the inaugural roundtable, how we got here and how we got out, defining security status. So I wonder how much of that is going to change now. Now that we have a new head at the SEC, or rather we will be getting a new head at the SEC. Regardless, wanted to thank Bank XRP for posting that. Now, Digital Asset Buy posting this. Trickle, trickle, then a flood. Kind of going back to what the Modern Investor was saying. Ripple has been setting this up for years. Watch this clip, the only video you need to see today if you hold XRP. Here's the clip of Monica Long that I was talking to you about, but this includes some other clips as well. Watch this.
First thing is, I met with Brad Garlinghouse face-to-face, and Brad was so confident. He's got an air of confidence about him that's unbelievable. I met Brad first in 2019 back in Singapore, and he's even more confident today than he was back then. He made it clear that they're ready to settle with the SEC as long as they can get clarity on XRP. I asked him if American companies were waiting on the sidelines to jump in the game once clarity happens, and he said absolutely. And he specifically said Bank of America. Bank of America is a huge partner of Ripple, and he said Bank of America stands to gain really big when the settlement happens, because they're going to have a huge competitive advantage over their competitors by using ODL in the marketplace. So Brad is very, very bullish.
Talking about another major would be Ripple, XRP. So, the SEC made this very interesting stance against it in January of 21. Bank of America had been utilizing it for 100% of their internal transactions for approximately 2 years, and they was shut down. And so this really efficient system, the second largest coin, now is way back because of how it was regulated. And And so that regulator is getting out now, Gary Gensler. And so, and President Trump's met with the CEO of Ripple a couple times. And so I personally think that Ripple is being looked at by the United States as a SWIFT system alternative, as we are looking at digitizing, tokenizing, and Ripple has the ability to kind of be like the internet and be this platform that can be the guardrails of the future where we tokenizing with.
The case for the strategic Bitcoin reserve, because Bitcoin is digital gold, everything else has different roles. Something that could happen, I don't know if it'll happen the first 100 days, Abs, but there's some talk. This will make the XRP people really happy. There is some talk that XRP could be utilized and or ordered to be used for a central bank digital currency or as the base layer for national banking. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but that's one that if that does happen, that changes things.
It feels like the floodgates are going to open this year, doesn't it? I mean, so within the past week, a couple weeks, so SAB 121 being called back or rolled back. And I mean, within, it felt like minutes, you hear from CEOs like Bank of America saying, we're all in. And, these are institutions that Bank of America was one of our early partners when we were doing kind of like the messaging software only payment solution. So we've worked with these types of banks for a long time, and the lack of clarity and I think in the more recent time, even hostility toward, using these assets and this technology is not okay. It's dangerous, which is not the best way to handle it, as we would say. But looking forward, I would say, yes, it seems like there's going to be a sea change this year.
The sea change is happening this year, and here you guys have it from many different experts in the industry. The fact that Ripple and XRP are going to be super influential moving forward. Now, World War III was waged from 2016 to 2025 in the U.S. Republic defeating the UK Rothschilds. Once the history, truth, vision, strategy, purpose, design, laws, politics, principles, constitutionality, and the art of the deal are fully understood and appreciated by our world, the greatness of real Donald Trump and the essential leadership role of Brad Garlinghouse is helping Ripple and XRP engineer the replacement of the Federal Reserve. This will be one of the most epic geopolitical, economic, and military campaigns ever waged and won. This courtesy of Rob Cunningham here. I wanted to bring this up because not so much for his tweet, but more so for the fact that he posted this image now, this iconic image that we're seeing time and time again. I think it was Fox News. Yeah, Stephanie Starr originally did tweet this out. Fox News posted this, the U.S. Crypto Strategic Reserve. Look at who is front and center there. XRP with Bitcoin, Ethereum on one side, and Solana and Cardano on the other. So Chad Steingraber here bringing this to our attention. In the center stage, XRP is the crown jewel of the American-made crypto and will be a major part of the U.S. Strategic Reserve. It will also be deemed tax-free, an asset that can be used freely across all financial services. So guys, this brings us to a crucial point, the pinnacle, I think. And this guy has made predictions before, and he just made another one recently. If you guys didn't catch this video that I did, it's actually garnered 114,000 views about 3 months ago. This was Brandon Biggs reiterating his prophecy for XRP to go to $5 very fast and then to $10,000 per coin. He posted this on November the 20th, 2024. But that wasn't it. 7 months before that, he predicted a price of XRP going to $10,000. And he also actually predicted quite accurately the assassination attempt on Donald Trump before it happened this past July. So interesting. I will link this video, the first one up here in the top right-hand corner if you didn't catch it. Here's the clip, guys. Brandon Biggs in December 2024. So this was a few months ago, prophetically predicted that 5 major cryptocurrencies would be the pillar of all cryptos. He predicted this in December 2024. So I'm sorry, this is not, I guess it's not terribly recent, but it is more recent than the last ones. Predicted this, 5 particular cryptos. Now we have the Trump Strategic Reserve, including XRP, Solana, ADA, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Listen to this.
Whenever I'm talking about the 5 pillars, I saw 5 pillars, 5 major cryptocurrencies that will be the pillars of all the crypto. Okay? There'll be 5. There's 3 that are very strong, and there's 1 that's the strongest. So I saw 1 in the middle, 2 on the side of them, and then it goes 2 more over like this. And then they were standing each one like a pillar, like one of those Greek columns, Roman columns that look like a solid, like a granite, like a rock column. And there were support systems on the columns. The Holy Spirit showed me support systems on these columns, which were other cryptocurrencies that will line up with the function of those main ones. And there was probably like 5 or so. I don't know. I'm trying to, because each one in the vision when I was looking at it, it looked like some of them had a little bit more than others. But there was only they were helping with the function of that main coin. Okay? And they propped it up. So it was like it was propping up, it was helping it stand up. But then I saw like falling stars. All the other cryptos that were not had a real function, that were just kind of like scams, what I want to say, they started falling like stars. And it looked like internet code, and they were falling all down, and they didn't exist anymore. So there were literally thousands of them that seemed like, in the vision, that disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. But then I heard regulations, governmental regulations. I saw bills being passed to make it stable, because I heard Wild West. Like it was the Wild West. And it was bringing laws into motion to protect investors so that they would not be scammed. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. They were going to regulate it and put laws around it. And then I saw old money, the elderly people that were big money, starting to put their money in it because they felt safe. Because at the time, right now, it's like the Wild West. There's not really any laws or anything around it. It doesn't seem.
So the pillar cryptocurrency, guys, is it XRP in the middle being propped up? The one that's going to be utilized to move everything else? Now, it's interesting. Brandon Biggs did talk about some other things here. Elderly people are going to be putting their money into these cryptos to feel safe. So much to unravel with this particular prediction. Remember, this is the guy who predicted a $10,000 XRP way back when, and then doubled down a few months later saying it would go to $5 very fast and then to $10,000. Remember, he accurately predicted the Trump assassination attempt in July, and he did now just recently say, relatively recently, December 2024, that there were going to be 5 cryptocurrencies. The Trump White House has now decided 5 cryptocurrencies going to be in the strategic reserve: XRP, Solana, ADA, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. That makes 5, guys. So how close are we? How much XRP should we be holding for the long term? Are you guys going to cash out any of your XRP during this bull run? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're interested in what I'm doing, follow me, patreon.com/workingmoney channel. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.